Hi all, welcome back to another self-VOD review. I am a Masters Reinhardt OTP, and yeah, we'll see what I can do better, what happened in the game, what you can learn and maybe apply to your own game. Yeah, um, I'm on Eichenwald. So it's not a very good map for Reinhardt, but this first point is pretty good. There's a lot of good corners and chokes to hold, like this entire choke with this corner, and to a lesser degree this corner and this room, but especially also this corner is really good, and this corner here. Yeah, pretty good to swing on, pretty low ground. Um, but sometimes, like I like playing here because it means I get to swing, right? But um it's very easy to get stuck here, and playing this corner is really much better. So finding the right opportunity to go from this aggressive position to these better corners on this house, is pretty important. Second point is honestly really fucking awful. Um, Honestly, if possible, I like holding this here and my teammates being on top or whatever, and just getting the touch from here and being healed. If that works, that's always great. Um, and otherwise, I just kind of let the cart go. Like it's not my problem, and I just play like a big break or try and do something on the high ground, right? Um, because Reinhardt doesn't really have the opportunity to go down and then go back up or whatever, so I need to stay at the top pretty much as long as possible. The very end is fine though. You can get some pretty good comeback fights here. And this very ending here is pretty good as well. Has some pretty good corners here and here. Um, yeah, this is much safer, but it's also very congested. Like it's really just a straight line. There's barely any like off angle. There's this like all the way around flank, but um, no one really uses that, so um, you're often just shooting down main, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. The first point is good. Third point is relatively good. Second point is awful and horrible, and you will die. That's basically the rundown. Looking at my team, we have Hanzo Genji, Senora Kiriko, Kiriko Genji, and me. Relatively aggressive. Um, and Hanzo and Zenyatta just want to poke as long as possible. Kiriko is also alone on healing, so I won't have the most amount of healing. Something to think about. But otherwise, it's like going to be a balance between just sitting on the Zen Hanzo backline and doing nothing, and going in with my Genji and trying to find some value. Enemy team, D.Va's really, really good on Eichenwald. She can kind of just contest everything and fly everywhere. Genji can join her as well. Moira, I guess, can kind of join them. Moira's a little bit of a weird pick. Hanzo Ana backline can do some sniping, can pressure. But also means, those two are probably the targets that I don't want to be walking on here. Yeah. So generally, I'd be setting up on the corners and either walking on the Ana and the Hanzo or walking back and playing with my Hanzo and Zenyatta. I think that's a good game plan. We'll see what I do.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective
Yep, tried to fire strike the door for ult charge, didn't happen. And Hanzo got a pick. So I'm playing this corner here. That's a very nice kill. And the reason why I got that is, so I said I'm playing this corner, right? I said earlier this is a pretty aggressive position. And our Zenyatta just got picked. So you might think, oh, I need to get out. But going out too fast, basically, making it too easy for them to take space off of this, is going to be very bad for us, and we're going to get run over. So it's actually very useful to stay in this far and take this aggressive position to punish any mistakes they make, or any overcommits they do now from their kill, which is exactly why I'm positioned here. And then I'm still not taking too much damage. I don't have to get out, and then I can get this kill. If I was playing here, we might have been safe, but then they get this entire space for free, and then it's actually a 4v5, and they have good positions, and then it's over. So it's very important to, not give up the space for free, even if you lost the teammate or whatever. I still had HP, I still had Kiriko healing. Limit testing. Try and get as much value as you can before you have to leave. I think that was pretty good, and now get out. The only thing is, I get out into here, which is great for me. That's a super safe. But I think it's a problem for them. you know. Like I get this kill. I mean, kind of a misplay by them, but I could have also just stopped at this corner instead. Like pin out, past the car, whatever, and then pin to here. And then I can shield my team. I wanted to go here because this is the safest option. This is the best option for me. But instead I should have done what's the best option for the team, which is to go to them and to be here. Even though it's not what I want to do, it's what I need to do to be with my team and help them out. Would have been, oops, would have been useful. Nice kill. Trying to get out, but it doesn't happen. Okay, so second point. My teammates have respawned already, so my thought process here was, it's, second point is happening. I mentioned earlier, this corner, it's a little bit silly, but it works pretty well. And since my teammates are already here, I can just go for this corner, right? I guess the Life Fever wasn't there yet, but we should get there at the same time at least. Yeah. Takes the high ground. Hmm. So, accounting for what I said earlier, that I can't get back up and I should get the most of the high ground that I can. I don't think I'm really doing that. The problem was, you know, the cart's almost here at the corner, but it really isn't because it's going to sit here and the door's going to open, and that's a lot of extra time. And I didn't think about that being so for real. I thought I needed to touch right now, um, but that was way too early. But this is still fine. Yes, the door's opening. I'm taking some space. I really don't mind this, to be honest. Lucky, don't get the kill, that's fine. Hmm. So, my backline's playing top. Well, not really. My Zen's just in this position. Whatever that position is. So it's just Cass, Weaver playing together. And I'm going on the backline. I have 3 people looking at me, basically, right? All 3 of those people can't look at my team right now. So really, the Cass Lifeweaver should be able to live this 2v2 engage. Especially if there's Zenyatta was helping them. But the Weaver did not play with him. Yeah, I mean it's just like a miscommunication. No one's communicating. A misinterpretation, I guess. Like I'm going in, but I still have armor threshold, and it's Ana, Moira, Hanzo. They like unless I get slept and Hanzo Swift arrowed, Swift strike, whatever it's called, nothing's happening to me, right? Like I'm super chill, but both of my supports think, "Oh no, my right heart," and they are inting for me because they think I need it, even though I don't. Um, See, like I could have made this play without Weaver dropping, without Zenyatta playing low ground, without Genji walking up. My entire team could have been with the Cass, and they could have done a 2v4. It was possible, right? Um, yeah. So I do like my play. I think it's good. Um, and the thing is, once I've dropped, once I've committed to walking on the backline and stuff, um, I can't go back, right? Like noticing that my cast is getting dived and that my supports don't know how to deal with it, basically. Um, I can't do anything about that. I can't go back in hindsight. Mm, there's maybe a world in which I see, right? Like the cast is kind of low. Like at this point, before I'm dropping, I could have known that the cast is being dived. I think I didn't know. I just thought my backline had it covered. But maybe I should have just made sure he's fine. Mm. I personally subscribe to just like the big break, sit on your team playstyle, not being very useful for Reinhardt. Um, like imagine if I just stood here and waited for the Diva Genji to dive. Um, I think it's it will do something, right? They won't dive me for a while. Like here, they're walking. Like at this point, right? I would be here as well. But if I try to walk on the Diva and Genji, They can just leave. I'm not doing anything permanent to them. They can just leave for fine, for free. Um, um, all the while the card is being pushed, right? So I'm not getting any value out of pushing them. I have some indirect value out of protecting my backline, but the problem is that I can't force them out, and they can just keep shooting me. Which means I'm just bleeding resources. I'm just taking a bunch of damage. There's... I am bleeding, but I'm bleeding in it like 2v4 technically, which shouldn't be a problem, right? Like, even if I am here and I'm doing nothing and they're just shooting me, Lifeweaver just heals me and Cass gets to play the game instead of dying. It means I'm doing nothing and I'm not like actively contributing anything. But I'm just a presence, which means that my team gets to play because I'm denying any dives, I'm denying any engages on them. Maybe that is better. I kind of, like the idea of being here and creating a theoretically advantageous position for my team, right? Like, in theory, I'm walking on these 3 people, I'm getting cart touch, I'm distracting them in a 1v3, and then my team 2v4 is the backline for free, right? But that's theory. That's not fucking happening. Like, my team does not know what I'm doing. No one's talking to each other. It's not actually a 2v4. Like, I keep saying D.Va Genji versus the rest of my team, but look at what my Genji's doing. I don't know, he's just, like, hanging out here. Looking at me, watching me play the game, I guess. Look at my Zenyatta, he's just on the low ground, he's doing nothing. And my Lifeweaver is completely ignoring the cast. So really, it's a 1v2 cast dive, and 3 bums are like sitting around on on high grounds, right? So basically what I'm saying is I'm expecting too much from my team. Too much, not in terms of literal. Like, I don't think they're going to pop off or anything, but I'm expecting them to make the correct decision and play as a team together. And we're in ranked, and that's not happening. And yeah, I really thought for the longest time that this play is the correct play, right? And I've always made this play of dropping down. But it might not be. You know, I think it's a ton of value, but it might just not be the right type of value, basically, right? Like, it's not something that my team knows how to capitalize on. So it would be a bigger play to do less, but do something that is more directly and immediately useful to my team. Where they know, okay, my Reinhardt is here, I can play the game, I know what's happening. Rather than my Reinhardt's off in bumfuck nowhere, what is happening on my in like, even though being off in bumfuck nowhere is better, basically it confuses my team. It makes them not understand what to do and how to play it correctly, and I guess I've just been making all of my games harder for myself for like forever. Wow. Yeah, okay. So don't do this. Don't play the game. Play your team, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, just living. Um, if I was over. Yep, just still waiting. We're still we're down 2 again because other people got picked this time. Um, now we're starting to get to the end, to like a good bridge fight, and okay, what am I doing? Okay, this is really bad. Huh. Um, okay, so mostly respawned. We're kind of here, still around the corner a little bit, right? Hmm. I see these people are all on low ground. They're all on cart. They're easy targets, right? Um, so I want to walk on them. Thinking about it, my plan was like, I don't know, just shield and kind of threaten walking. Just walk in this direction, and then, it forces the D.Va, it forces the Genji to uh, um, look in my direction. Um, but I think it's actually way, way better to not just randomly walk down main. And my first thought was go up high ground, right? Even if there's nobody to clear, this is a great way to drop down onto them. And it also means that my cast and my Zen or whoever's walking with me gets to be on this high ground. Like even if I'm dropping onto these people, then there's like a Zen or a Weaver here, which is a great position for my team to be in. The other option I have, now that I'm on this side already, I could pin through here. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just randomly saw it just now, but this is like honestly a really good angle to get onto them. Um, it's pretty safe. They can't shoot me here. This is all cover. This is all cover, and then I'm right here on them. Um, but instead, I'm just kind of vaguely. This is what I said. Um, it's kind of fine. It forces their attention. But it's too early. I should be in the setup phase right now, right? Like either walking up here or walking down here. I should be setting up for an engage. And my rationale is I shouldn't be engaging, so I'm not engaging. I'm just baiting. But baiting is already too much. I should not even be baiting. I should just do nothing. Set up, or even just sit here and actually wait for them, right? Um, yeah. I'm just doing too much. I'm walking for no reason. We probably didn't need the life grip, but it's fine. And my cast is baited. Okay, we traded it. We traded it. Now, this is an even fight. Still, it's hashtag winnable. Um, I think plan stays the same. I should be walking up here and then dropping down on them. See? Oh hey, I do it. Look at me go. E-force. Oh, I should have dropped. Hmm. Hmm. So 4v4. I'm setting up for an engage on their backline. Fine. I forced Dragon, which is pretty cool. Why am I not dropping though? Okay, I just drop. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm still here. I think I got distracted by the shiny dragon that I baited, but like... Oh shoot. Oh, slam. I could play game. I'm just sitting up here. Look, I'm just sitting, waiting. Bang. And she's already, like, 5 meters further away from me. Like, GG. What am I doing? And it also makes the diva be 5 seconds closer to me again. Like, what am I doing? Okay, now, in the time... literally, this is the distance that she's away from me right now that I waited up here. This Zenyatta kill is the difference that I waited up here. I don't know why I did that. Like, play the game. I did the setup correctly, and... I don't know, I just didn't do it for some reason. The Weaver Death plus Nano differential is a little bit unlucky, but I think it could have... So maybe, you know, the fight doesn't win anyway, but there's something that can happen here. Might be a thumbnail. Anyway. We do not get touch, I assume. Oh. Yeah. So... I admit I was a little bit tilted. And I just really wanted to shatter something, and I didn't really care about... you know, going through the checklist of making sure it's the best shatter possible, right? But... oops. But I did see a lot of people here. And my team was there. So there really was a chance that I get something out of this. Hanzo's not hit here? What? 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 That's my fault. Man, that's really sad. Yeah. But I think the general timing of it was pretty good. I waited for my team to be available. I knew there was someone there around the corner. The problem with corner shatters is you don't know what happened since you peeked the corner last. So really what I should have done is walk up, third person corner peek, and then shatter, right? Yeah. that could have gotten more. I mean, this fight's pretty over. And I just... okay, a lot of ultis being used. Again, you see, the fight is over, in my opinion, right? We're down one. They used a bunch of ultis. Well, now he's coming back, but... well, let's... okay. Fight is over. My Genji's dead. They're blading. You know, GG. But I'm making sure, like we said, first point, I'm still playing this corner. There's no reason to... there's no reason to give up the corner completely. Right? So... I'm still playing here while I still have HP and making sure to punish anything that they want to do. Punish this blade, for example, right? Because if I'm here, then the blade just ravages my team. But if I'm here, then I can try and block his team or try and get a better angle on swinging on him, you know, pincer him, whatever. There's just more options I have to just have more impact in general by having this better position rather than going out all the way. When I didn't need to, right? I still have full HP right now. It's what gave me the swing, right? I got the swings, and that's why he couldn't keep swinging on my team. That's why he had to leave. Um, yep, just waiting. So I think that's just not the play. Like, even if I were to get a magic pick, even if I were to uh cancel pin shield the sleep perfectly, like, who cares? You know, what's the point of this? I'm not. I guess the Genji's here. If I don't get slept here, it could have maybe been pretty good with Genji, but in general, I should be thinking not let's pin on their backline, but uh let's walk and zone their backline. Right? Very different goal. Um and it's also much less punishable. Right? I just want her to die in my backline. I don't have the resources or, you know, literal position because I was so far away and I had this very telegraphed pin um, to do anything to these people. And so I'm getting punished. See, now instead of getting to... Oh, I guess I'm zoning them a little bit. That's fine. Unlucky headshot. Hmm. A little bit overzealous with the pins. We have an Ana now, which is more healing, which is good. Maybe potential, more walking, more playing the video game. Okay, so thinking about attacking this choke. This position of Hanzo is putting a lot of pressure on my backline, but in general, it is way too aggressive for him to hold. Right? Like, there's a Genji, he's gonna wall climb, this Hanzo has to leave. This is not something I would usually have to clear. Yeah. The D.Va, he's playing pretty far up. She's playing the same kind of corners that I was describing earlier, right? Generally, I don't want to do anything to her. I just want to try and find a way around her, right? It's a little bit difficult on this choke, right? Because really the main way through is just here. But that's why I usually like coming into this small side room and trying to pin through, or trying to get into the room and then stabilize here, or clear this high ground, not generally to clear it, but just to have a different angle on the choke while having line of sight to my healers. Walking here can also be somewhat safe, but it's very reliant on your team walking up with you. So, that's what I said earlier, right? This position's good. D.Va's walking on my backline, and now I get to play by walking on theirs, right? Very... I messed up my pin. Unlucky. Genji doesn't die there. Oh, there we go. See? I distracted their team. I zoned their healers. The D.Va went back to me. Honestly, if the D.Va killed my backline with the Genji, it's kind of over for me. She could have done that. But, anyway, I baited her. And now my team comes back. And we're all safe. And now we can walk as 4. Nice pick. Nice. Okay, so this is the bad point, right? This is where they play high ground and they poke you out and I don't get to play the game. One of the best ways to deal with this is in a situation like this where we've capped, I want to take the high ground as early as possible so that I'm here and I don't have to walk through these stairs while they're contested, but I can just start here, right? Starting here would be amazing. Otherwise, options can often be just pushing cart, right? I can just like push the cart from here, push, right? At some point they'll have to drop. Other options are trying to get up through this way, for example. But generally, pushing cart is the easiest. But it's also limited in how much you can get out of it. And at some point, you will probably have to clear the high ground. And then it just depends on your team and their position and so on whether you take this or take this pair of stairs. But at some point, you'll probably have to go up. Again, ideally, we'd go up now. That's why I'm being very aggressive right now. And I get completely punished and rolled. Because I was alone. And I trolled. Take high ground, but maybe take high ground with your team, Miles. Again, we're winning the fight. There's no point in just sitting on card. So I'm trying to take the high ground again, right? This is where it's already getting difficult because there's just a D.Va hitting my lockup. Okay, with my Kiriko and my backline's on card. Fine. This Moira Kiriko duel is really the main problem, probably. And my Genji inting for no reason, that's chill. I think... I think as soon as my Genji makes the mistake here, right? Like, I'm walking up with Kiriko. It's fine. This is fine. As soon as he's, like, pretty much dead at this point, he's dead. Whatever. Ignore him. Instead of going on these people, who I cannot kill, pretty much, I should be either helping my Kiriko or helping this Hanzo duel. I think this guy is dead anyway, and D.Va and Ana are not really... Like, the D.Va is just really horrible for me to walk on, really horrible for me to do pretty much anything with, so she shouldn't be a target. I should just completely ignore her and try to do literally anything else, right? Because now she's denying anything I can do, you know, body blocking me, shooting me, and my Hanzo lost the duel because I didn't help him. My Kiriko's here. Like, we could have been Kiriko, Hanzo, me, with this Hanzo dead, with the Ana on cart, right? It could have been a 4v4 or something like that, right? With us being here. But oh well. Yep. Sometimes you get spawn camped, just walk back. Don't get rage baited. Don't get rage baited. There's a shatter angle here, to be honest. It would be super cool. But yeah. I'd call this an unfortunate set of events. So we have this Kiriko. Oh. What happened now? Okay, I went 8 seconds back. Okay, fine. Kiriko ulti. It's very short. Honestly, we could have used it to clear its Genji. I knew he was there. That was probably the thing I should have been doing. Clearing the Genji. It's easier. It's guaranteed value pretty much because we just 1v4 him in Kitsu. There's nothing he can do about it. Or even if I'm not clearing the Genji, I can walk here, but same thing as third point earlier. Walk to zone, not walk to engage, not pin to engage, right? Yeah. So again, I just did too much. And at this point, it's like already over. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Okay. Shatter. A little bit scuffed, but it worked. It's still pretty good, clearing all of the important spots, clearing all of their angles, their DPS, their supports. I maybe like kind of won the fight. Yeah, pretty much. And he's getting picked. Okay. Actually, it's pretty much a full reset. Oh. It's probably Jover for my Genji. Well, he's fine. Nope. Going on the Hanzo, I saw he was alone. I almost got him. Nice. Nice. Well, the problem is that we just didn't like set up right. Like, genuinely, just the Genji being in here on his own, kind of ruins our entire setup. Honestly, do I have pin here? I have pin here. I should go. Go, 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 go. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late at this point. Right. Look, the Genji and the D.Va are down here, and they're dealing with my Genji. And even though, you know, it's his troll or whatever, he's distracting them, which means I can go in. And it's one of those situations where, you know, not going in leads to a 45, leads to a lost fight. So no matter how good this pin really is, I just need to do it because our Genji's forcing a lot of their value, and if we don't do anything before he dies, then we just lose. So I was too late to recognize that, basically. And then this is kind of fine, but... Well, I mean, the pin is super fast. I got the value I could, but it was too late. And now we're in the situation where I have to walk up in the castle. Yep. He's Kitsu, which is fine. Nice, got 2 kills. Okay, the Kitsu kind of fixed it, but it could have been very difficult to get that castle push. I need to stop missing my first ray. That's fine, we won, we won. Yeah. Okay, trying to set up for the next corner. We get one shot. Happens. Just waiting again. You know, I could walk all the way out, but I'm trying to at least save this corner, see if they make a mistake. I should walk out here though. I do. My venture doesn't. Okay, it's fine. See, we live. See? Because I'm playing that far up, the Mora saw a coalescence. And because, you know, I was there, she felt the need to coal and we baited it. Same with that Genji engage just now. So, very good. Honestly, maybe get a shatter. Another headshot. Yeah, I'm just sitting here and getting it. Yeah. My Genji didn't get the memo. Yeah, if I got a shatter there, could have been big, but as soon as the unepic happens, it's over. So now I need to try and take this corner. Maybe after taking the corner, I can shatter something. That's like the ideal plan. Yeah, we used all the support ults for that for some reason, but stuff's happening. Getting there. Nice. Nice. So it was a little bit of an overwhelming ult advantage, but I did what I said. I took the corner, and then after I took the corner, I had a nice angle on chattering their entire team. I knew their team would be there. You know, I had the nano and Kitsu time. I saw that they were there before doing the shatter, right? Not as bad as the corner one I did earlier. Yeah. Now, same plan as before, trying to use this room, try and see if I can create an off angle, create some attention. Nice. See, they just can't walk. They can't help their Hanzo because I'm there. For sleep dart. And went way too far. Okay. Back a little. So this is good, right? Like I said earlier. The D.Va's up here, you know, whatever. This is not my problem. This is not something I can deal with. It would take way too long to go up here. The D.Va lives for free. Hanzo probably lives. So, just in general, playing somewhere around here. Trying to take this corner, maybe. Just pressuring these people, just zoning them is my main thing. Especially, they just use Bastion form, which means I can walk, right? Yeah, they just use Bastion form, so I have free reign over the map. I can walk wherever I want to, and I'm using that. Pressure them. But this is good, right? I've zoned them out. They didn't have any abilities. They couldn't help him. Like, maybe the D.Va could help him, but anyone else couldn't come here because I'm here. Everyone else is walking away because I'm threatening to walk into them, right? But I'm also not walking too far. I'm not getting formed, I'm not getting naded, not getting slept, and waiting for my team to confirm this kill. Now, we can walk together. So this is good. Being on the card is good. I don't like this pin. Like I said earlier, pin, walk to zone, do not pin to engage. This is a pin to engage. I do not have the resources, I do not have the teammates, they have too many resources. I'm going to die from this pin. I can just sit on card, get a take or two. They can't walk, they can't help their D.Va. My team kills the D.Va for free, and we win. See, like, look, the D.Va's dying, the D.Va's dying, the D.Va's dying.
30 seconds remaining.
And the D.Va's dead. Like, we could have had this, but without my Kiriko dying. Honestly, my Ana made a crazy fucking play here. She's the GOAT. Loki. Yeah, we got this. Nice. Nice. And we get cap. Oops. Now, kind of same thing as before, right? I want to take the castle. But also, it's overtime. And I don't feel confident taking the castle. We're down one, so even if you're in overtime, that can work out, right? Like, it's fine. Yeah, I can just sit here. Even that pick is fine. We just need to let... Okay, well... Let's see how long I can live. I can just keep touching every once in a while. Wait for my team to come back. If they stop getting picked so much. It was still winnable, right? Never give up, even if you're in overtime. Especially playing those corners, there's a lot of ways to live and survive on the point and get overtime.
Initiating match.
Okay, same as last time. Setting up for my corners.
Attackers
Getting a far strike early. See, we even got a kill from the far strike. This time I'm playing in the room and I'm walking back a little bit. See, I'm not playing... Oh, wait a second. So they have Hanzo Bastion is the thing. And Bastion does 1 million billion damage, right? And I don't have any shield. So I didn't walk to this corner because, like I said, I like this corner, but it's a very aggressive position because it means they can walk on me from here and from here, right? And that's a little bit too risky right now. So while my shield is broken, I want to come to this room, maybe even to this corner because they are way, way safer. And I can just recover my shield here, right? See, recovering my shield in my room. I'm actually wasting it for some reason. But yeah, now I'm regening it. But it also means I didn't have the opportunity to swing here. Like if I was playing here, I could have just swung. So maybe I should have limit tested more, right? Maybe I should have played here. Even though, you know, I got Bastion for him, then I didn't have any shield, I could have tried to still be here. And then I would have had the opportunity to swing here. I would have been rewarded. I still tried to get a pin. Honestly, quite a lot of value. Yeah. Getting a lot of swing value, not letting them play. And making sure to live, most importantly. Yep. And now, playing back on this corner. Playing in the aggressive position because I have shield, because I have resources. Now I'm walking back, we're down 2. I don't want to die for no reason. So, I go for this touch, right? I mean, it's kind of necessary, right? We kind of really need another fight on point because they have 3 minutes and getting the cart to here is very easy for them. But I guess my team wasn't ready. I should have just completely banked on them getting there. I mean, now it's pretty much over already, right? I got this touch. I did it too early again. But I mean, it was over anyway. Like, as soon as the cap happened and... So for this to work, like, they need to cap point, and we need to lock down this entrance. We need to use this choke, and we need to all be there. And I tried to get the touch. We didn't get the touch, which also meant, because we got picked and so on, that we then didn't get to set up for this being a good fight. And yeah, that's just over. Yeah. No.
Ready for battle.
That's how it is, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I think the main issues, like I said, the one thing I noticed was the problem I have with the problem I have with um making the backline zoning play, mm, and not playing around my team and what my team needs, right? Um, it doesn't matter if you make the best play possible if your team is not joining you on the play. It is better to make a suboptimal play if it's the same one that your team is making, right? That's a very basic thing, and yeah, I just need to be aware of where my team is playing, what they're trying to achieve, and I need to be aware that the the backline zoning play is very reliant on my team knowing what to do about it. Um, I have this thing I like to say when I'm feeling a little toxic and I want to vent my frustrations at my teammates, and it's like, you've never played with Reinhardt before, implying that, they don't know how to play around me, they don't know how to get value out of my gameplay. And, I always said that as kind of a joke, but it might be kind of true, but it might be I should expect players to not be able to play around Reinhardt. I should expect players to not know what to do, right? Um, they don't know the character as well as I do, so why would they know what to do? Um, and so I should instead accommodate, basically, accommodate them. Um, or, there's a world where I start talking in VC and teaching them live how to play around me. Surely that's going to happen. Yeah. And the other big thing was um, the difference between baiting attention or just generally zoning and having a real engage and knowing when to do one versus when to do the other. Right. I had a lot of times where I want to walk on people, I want to zone them, I want to swing on them, whatever, and I'm going for a pin, I'm going for a kill. I want to make this happen, but I do not have the resources for it. I do not have the health, the whatever. They have a bunch of cooldowns that will kill me, right? And then I get punished for going for the pin. And yeah, I should not be doing that. Very simply. Yeah. Um, I think that's about it. Thank you for listening, and see ya.